How's it going, folks? This is Antoine with Cord Cutter Lifestyle and Tech, and I would like to welcome you back to another episode of Cord Cutting After Dark. Few things I want to talk about tonight. One of them being Amazon listening to our recordings. Another one is YouTube, and then we're going to talk about TiVo for a hot second. And just the way cord cutting is going. News was put out earlier this week that Amazon actually, admitted to Alexa constantly listening. And you can even ask Alexa. You can ask and say, "Hey Alexa, are you listening to my conversation?" And she'll respond to you. But Amazon admitted to Alexa recording conversations, and specifically, Amazon employs people to listen, transcribe, annotate customers' recordings, and then feed it back into Amazon software. And Amazon is quoted saying the overall goal is to improve human speech comprehension in Alexa. I mean, it makes sense, You ask me personally, I always believe that these devices, I believe our cell phones is constantly listening to us, But it doesn't shock me one bit. Y'all feel free to chime in the comment section, but it don't shock me one bit that Alexa is always recording, because that's how these these devices, these smart devices work. They not programming themselves, so somebody has to be there to gather up the information and then feed it back into the system, obviously. So if you got a phone like an Android phone, with Android, you can say, "Okay, Google," and she'll start showing you your demands on the screen, which I believe they always listen to us. So, but Amazon also said that this information helps us train our speech recognition and natural understanding systems. So Alexa can better understand your requests and notes. They also note that the customer has the right to delete their voice recording. So you can always go into the system and delete your voice recordings, which personally I think during the time you speaking, I think is already being shipped over, virtually shipped over to their software or to their database. So I mean, yeah, you could delete it off your off your Alexa device. So, but if that make you feel good, but I think it's already been shipped over. I think it's just there, and I think that's one thing I accepted. That's one thing I kind of knew what was going on when I purchased my Echo Show, and when I got a smartphone. I always had the understanding that they were always listening to me. So it doesn't shock me one bit. It's about information nowadays. Look at the stuff that Facebook went through with the emails and stuff like that. So it's only going to get worse. All right, so next topic. Let me know what y'all think about that. Amazon, I mean, will it deter you from buying any Amazon device? A lot of smart devices do the same thing. So next thing we're going to be taking a look at is YouTube TV. So if you don't know, if you haven't heard, YouTube TV has increased their price by $10, but they added 8 Discovery channels. So you are getting 70 plus channels instead of the 60 plus. So what you are getting is HGTV, Food Network, TLC, and Animal Planet, and you're gonna get the OWN networks, a couple other channels you're gonna get. But like I always knew this was gonna happen, but I'm more shocked that it happened, and it's not even the middle of 2019. Like I said, cord cutting close to the end of 2018. That's when it really started getting hot, and I always said that the whole year of 2019. That's when the dust gonna settle. That's when we, these companies gonna start. Okay, this is a real thing, so we need to hop in here and get our, leave our footprint, get our footprint in there. But I didn't know they was gonna be coming in strong. They raising, everybody's going up on their pricing, and I like to think that it's generally because of the content holders or content providers such as Disney. Now that they get their foot in the door, they're going to charge their competitors more to keep their content. That's what I think is going on. So, I mean, what would you call it? I call it greed. I know they got a business, but has anything really changed? Like, as far as like with your staffing, you're gonna charge more for content, but the content was already there. So why would you go up on the price? I don't get it, you know. Somebody help me understand that. Next up is TiVo. So last year, man, TiVo was coming out with a couple devices that were hot, man. People was ranting and raving about them. If you go on Amazon, I mean, TiVo products have thousands of reviews. Some people swear by TiVo devices, but at the same time, TiVo's stock price is going down. Is TiVo dead? TiVo is really, it's not really, I think it's becoming sort of a dinosaur type of service if they don't start doing what Roku does, because TiVo doesn't supply you with any service or any content. You know, they just pretty much a recorder. You know, they do a couple other things, but it's pretty much just a host for content, but it's not a host for virtual content, so to speak. But TiVo stocks went down. The TiVo Bolt, guessing that's not doing too well, and I just believe that, you know, you could just buy an itty bitty streaming device for like $35, and you have access to hundreds of thousands of TV titles, movies, etc. So I think if TiVo don't change, maybe Roku buy out TiVo. That's not a maybe Roku or Amazon buy out TiVo, or maybe I want to say Disney, because Disney is just they just supply the content. Like Roku is a content holder, so I know it's news out there. People were speculating that Disney should buy Roku, but I think Roku is going to be in a good position, being a content hoster, because now if they start offering Disney through their platform, that's definitely going to bring more people over to the Roku software side, and especially if Roku or any of these devices can get exclusive rights to carry Disney, because I think, you know, hands down, Disney is going to come out the gate, you know, 100 miles an hour. People's going to be up on it at only $6 a month, and you have access to the Marvel Studios content, 20th Century Fox content. I mean, Disney just has so much great content out there, and Marvel Universe just they've been blowing every other franchise out the water, this, you know, for the past 8 years or so, you know, with the Iron Man, the X-Men movies. So yeah, you know, Roku won't get bought out by Disney, you know, so you can believe that. But TiVo, you know, I can't, I'm thinking about it. I just really can't see their stock coming back, because when they announced the Bolt OTA, this was somewhere around October 2018, and their stock still hasn't went up since then. As you can see right here, we got our 52-week high back in April 20th of 2018, and since then it just went down. You know, it hasn't peaked out again. It hasn't hit a 52-week high. 52-week low was right at the end of that year, 12/21/2018. So is TiVo dead? That's the question. Is TiVo dead? Next thing I want to talk about is Sony Crackle. Sony Crackle was sold off. So with that being said, you no longer have access to Seinfeld. If you like me, I'm a big Seinfeld fan. I used to just go in there and watch the episodes. That's pretty much the only reason I watched Sony Crackle, because in my opinion they just have too many commercials. But Seinfeld is no longer on Sony Crackle, and that's a big shocker for me. You know, I guess Seinfeld left once Sony left. I mean, the new company still kept the name, but there's no longer any Seinfeld on Sony Crackle. And folks, to wrap it up, you know, you always had an option to watch over-the-air television. You know I kind of do a bunch of different content on this channel, but you know, cord cutting is uh, it has become more than about antennas. It's about streaming now. But you know, always have your antenna in the converter box. That way you have backup if your internet go down, or if your kids are on the video games eating up all the data. You know, you know, because over there television has some good shows on there. Like a lot of these shows we are seeing right here on Sony Crackle, you have access to 227, All in the Family, Archie Bunker's Place, Bewitched. A lot of these shows are available on free TV, and my favorites are PBS, Create, and World TV. PBS, of course, everybody know about PBS, but Create TV, you have cooking shows, you have documentaries. Let's see if I can go ahead and go to their website. But you have documentaries. You have just a ton of content. You have, you know, behind the scenes with actors and directors from big time movies. Let's see if I can find it. Create. But you know, on top of that, you got World TV, and see if we go. Okay, so we got World TV. I mean, PBS just has such great content. You got Me TV, you have this, you have H&I, you have Laugh, you have Justice Network, you have Escape, you know, with the FBI files and all that. So you have plenty of options out there for free TV. So you know, just check it out, folks. Also check out my streaming price list for 2019. And I put this article out like a month ago. Yeah, I put this article out back in March, and YouTube TV is already went up on the price. It was $40. They already then went up. Philo, the newcomer, they have flat rate pricing now. Look for that to change. Look for that to change. Definitely. And this whole mix, Philo is the small dog. They are the small dogs in this mix. Let's see if we go to their website. Let's just see if they pricing the same. You know, it's like you gotta check back every. Oh, you know what? No, that's a typo. Philo is $20, $16 and $20. I'm sorry about that. I meant to correct that. But Philo is $16 and $20. So definitely look for their pricing to change. I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Not too much. And also check out my subscriber count. I did a subscriber count list on my website just to you know, I like dealing with numbers. I like watching these services grow and just seeing how they change with time, and that as the market becomes more popular, you know. See, we got DirecTV, 1.6 million. That's in January. Sling TV, 2.4. Netflix, of course, with the 125 million. Hulu with 25 million. Amazon Prime, 101 million. The Zone, 1.5. US, 1.9. Italy, but it could be more. I don't know why they didn't just bundle it up, you know, and everything. But Fubo, 250,000. YouTube TV has over 1 million subscribers, and that was a 200,000 subscriber increase since January. So the other ones I couldn't find. Philo I couldn't find. So yeah, folks, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Your support is greatly appreciated, and I will talk to you guys next time.